Hello everyone, KC here, AI7NN. Today I just wanted to quickly go over real quick this 2-meter folding Moxon that I designed. Call it the EC59 for emergency compact, and hopefully you'll be hearing 5.9 for your signal report from the other person you're talking to. But this manual you can get along with the STL files to 3D print these, as well as the plan so you know how long the wire to cut. So I'll try to put that in the link in the description. If you can't find it there, just email me, I'll send it to you. I just wanted to go over real quick, quick how-to, how to open this, how to close it. Note that you can use this either vertically or horizontally, and then the manual will tell you where to route the coax and where to Velcro or tie it to a pole. But you could really use anything for mounting this. You can use a stick, you can set it on top of a bush, you name it. Be creative. If you forget your poles, there's a way. But anyway, I 3D print these in PETG. You could probably print in something else, whatever you prefer. I like the PETG. I do have this come in a BNC or SMA. I started with SMAs just because they're really a lot lighter, but really growing onto the BNC connector here. So you can wrap this up, you name it, any way you can think of. I got Velcro in this one. I got the little Night Eyes twist ties. Lately I've been wrapping the whole thing up in a bandana and then Velcroing it, or using twist ties. You know, if you had a stuff sack, anything like that, you know, that'll kind of help keep it clean so these wires aren't grabbing on anything in your backpack or your pouch or anything that you're putting this in. So to open this real quick, let's get these out of the way. I'll open this one real quick because the Velcro takes a lot longer in my opinion, so we'll show you the slow way. But you just unwrap this. You'll want to save your Velcro or your twist ties later because you might need those for helping mount to your pole or stick or anything that you need to get this up in the air. Once your Velcro or your tie wraps are undone, you want to find this wire arm. You can see there's these little blocks. And if you try to undo it, unfold it that way, it'll get stuck. Same with the other end. And you want to go the opposite way, and I'll explain why here shortly. And then, besides the obvious that it'll get stuck, but you could always go up and go the opposite way, which will result in some bad stuff, but I'll show you why. So here's this block, undo it that way, and then you get your wire spreaders, spread those out, and spread that out. So the whole reason why I unfolded it that way is because on occasion, if you unfold it or fold it randomly, your reflector or your driven element could get wrapped around this frame, and it's really slow to get unwrapped unless you're very lucky, but you'd have to be like twisting this all around, you know, going 360s and trying to untangle it. So I added these quick disconnects for that exact scenario. You could just disconnect it, and if your wire is all wrapped around like that, you can untangle it, reconnect it. So you got one on each end. Just a real nice feature to have, especially if you're out in the field or on a summit, and then you know you don't want to spend 10-15 minutes untangling a wire. So that's what those are for. So the instructions do a great job of showing you where to put your coax if you're mounting it vertically or horizontally. Putting this back together is pretty straightforward. You just take those wire spreaders, smoosh them together. Sometimes the wire gets in the way, but just kind of move it out. And then the other end, push those in, and then stopper block. Fold that in, and you just be careful. Sometimes the wire gets caught in there. You don't want to end up shearing it, so just be careful. It's okay if there's wires in there. Just make sure you don't shear the insulation off is all. And then we'll do this end. So the stopper block's here, and then it goes to the end. And then with all the wire, you can just carefully kind of bundle up, and you Velcro, wrap it in a bandana, twist ties, whatever you want to use, stuff sack, etc. But real great antenna. I've used this several times on soda summits where I wanted to get an A-press spot out, and it worked well where the HT antenna couldn't. Gives you some directionality, so if you want to aim down a valley or bounce it off a mountain, you get that option. Yeah, been a real great antenna, super light, small, great for backpacking. All right, well, if you have any questions on this, feel free to send me a message or email. I'll try to reply. I do make batches of these to sell on occasion, but if you want to make one yourself for different colors, different wire, etc., it's up to you. I give you all those plans so you can do it. Anyway, hope to catch you on the air. This is AI7NN73.